Welcome to Gonster Reviews. I'm joined with Simon once again.
Hello!
And this is our second episode with a guest. We're joined with our humble boy Jacob.
You can't forget this guest
And
right here.
Molly, if she can be seen in the frame, if she can. And we're here, I guess, we're doing a little bit of myth busting.
Yeah, we are.
We don't have the right monster. We have Monster Energy, which is like the classic palette.
That is.
Yeah.
And we have Guinness Draft. We're
Classic.
about to go Gonster mode.
About to go Gonster.
I mean, I feel like it wouldn't be a video without having the wrong type of monster.
You have to have the wrong
Yeah.
type.
You know, like,
You can't play into cliches.
absolutely.
I can't believe this is fucking ginseng. It's insane. Because it's like, I was like Monster.
Chemical 210.
Exactly. It's like,
Chemical
Ginseng is probably the least you worry
and
about.
I've never heard of inositol before.
Yeah.
Inositol.
That's-
That is
fucking-
probably
it's
what
evil,
Nestle
Chris.
used to like deprive those women of breast. You know, like
Oh, I
this-
think I remember hearing about that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Fuck, alright, we're
Oh
already
my God,
opening the Guinness.
immaculate
It's already
crate,
rupturing
that's
at the
like fucking-
seams.
Oi, you better sip that shit.
I don't think it's
silly, bro.
cross-contamination to already said that.
I mean, we're all drinking from that same glass. So.
Oh my god, it's fucking...
That's fucking frothing
It's
the
already
seams,
frothing.
my bro.
Yeah.
Okay. Should I bring it closer? I'm gonna put it in there.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I don't. Oh yeah.
Just for
okay.
reference, everybody, this is how we're doing it.
Fucking frothed. I'm already expecting this to fucking pop.
Yeah, probably.
I also love the green Monster Sheen.
It's very nice. It's classic, dude.
I don't think any of the other Monster brands do it. I know that the white one has like a very like clear black to it. I'm pretty sure.
I don't really. Yeah, I'm not a massive energy drink guy. I mean, controversial. I have
Well,
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go on the record here, and the irony is that as many of these that I've done, I actually don't even like energy drinks.
I mean, yeah.
but
You're kind of like. Also, I just want to say this is really carrying on from the legacy of. I mean,
That's
I feel
true,
like-
dude.
you can't go wrong. You can't not mention that, man. This is the genesis. I can't.
You have like the whole like statistic, like he had like a whole spreadsheet of every.
Don't remember that.
He had like a whole spreadsheet, like
Yeah.
scout, and he gave it like rankings on the spreadsheet.
Oh my god,
Or
this
did
is
he,
like.
what, like 1 star, 5 star type shit?
I'm sure he had an entire like, you know.
He had an
rating
entire
system.
manifesto.
We're bringing
of
like
Fred.
his.
It was like taste. It was genuine like taste carbonation. Like,
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god,
Yeah,
bro. He's
it
getting
was-
more specific than us.
It was
Oh my goodness.
comprehensive. Yeah. I mean, he's kind of.
We're gonna take notes from this guy. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Clearly, like my expertise has been faltered instantly with
I'm
that.
sorry. Yeah. I didn't mean to. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, but I don't think I've ever drank like the pure Monster. Clearly we're not because we're mixing. But,
Yeah.
Mm.
It's both.
I do like I think the classic. It's so funny how like with energy drinks they have like a whole spiel to introduce. You know, like it goes off of the
Paragraphs.
assumption that you are going to read it and like read the literature before you're actually
Oh,
trying to
yeah.
But I really like this paragraph here. It says,
Athletes, musicians, anarchists, students, road warriors, metalheads, geeks, hipsters, and bikers dig it. You will too.
Wow. All right.
so it begs the question if you don't.
Mad Max was a fan. Road
Mad
Warriors.
Max, Mad Max Monster.
Damn.
We should make a
but-
Mad Max themed monster. That'd be
Yes,
awesome.
I'd drink it.
Hell yeah, dude.
like I've said before, my favorite part of these is when you open it and then you get the pop. For that, it frothed. The big question is if this froths.
Oh yeah, let's have a look.
Let's give it a go.
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
there you go.
That was nice and
Easy.
clean.
Solid, no explosions.
So now.
So are we gonna sip that on its own as well? Just
What do we
to-
do?
We could get an initial pre Gonster
Sure,
Yeah.
why not?
Gonster taste.
I think we should maybe have a sip of both on their
Yeah,
own.
that's a good
and
call.
then-
That's a very good
Yeah.
call. You have to like kind of go for the separate lanes first before you go on the fast lane.
Yeah, yeah. And the
alright.
different like notes you get from. Yeah, of course. Sorry.
Yeah.
Let's go right ahead.
Is it okay if I take the honors?
Dig in.
Yeah, I
Dig
mean,
in.
yeah, you bought the thing.
Absolutely.
Monster Energy. It's got such a like strong hint of like green apple and nitrogen.
Yeah?
Nitrogen.
It's just like it's like it's got a chemical punch to it. You know?
That's
Yeah.
the inositol.
That's the
That's
Fucking hell.
That's like the U.S. Army Chemical Corps.
Yeah.
That's what they used to like control like soldiers in Vietnam. And shit.
Yeah.
That's what caused them to
I
like.
This is
actually
MK
think-
Ultra Elixir.
I actually think it's manufactured in Hamilton, where they in the same factory they manufactured Agent Orange.
Of course. Don't they also have spy bases around there and shit? If I'm not mistaken,
That's
like
Glenham.
further up north. Oh,
That's like south, north, and
yeah,
south.
that's
line.
the
right.
GCSB hot headquarters, baby.
Yeah.
You know.
The balloons, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Who wants to?
I'll take the next one.
You go for it. You.
School.
School.
Wow.
You know what I mean, right?
It's so weird, like tasting it after you've had like a bit of like alcohol in your system.
Yeah.
It's like it's just like a different elixir that's just like introduced to your gullet.
Yeah, we should probably preface that we're not going into this with a virgin tongue. Like
There's no virgin tongues
Yeah,
there.
our cherry's been popped for
Found
tonight,
out.
ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is just so bizarre. It's like it's polarizing just drinking the default flavor after you just drink so many bizarre concoctions of energy drinks. Our last video, please go watch that.
I'm
It's
trudged through the
fantastic.
valley of the shadow of energy drinks.
Yeah, it's just so weird trying this after having so many. Yeah, and it does taste very chemical.
It tastes chemical. It's probably like one of those like chemically engineered, like the basis is fucking.
And it's so bizarre because it's the default flavor.
Yeah.
I feel like a gamer male after drinking this.
Male.
You ever see me at the internet cafe with like fucking like a green colored computer laptop thing?
We Alienware laptop.
Yeah, Alienware.
It tastes
that's
like
what-
Alienware.
It tastes like Alienware, bro. Yeah, here you go. Your turn now.
Yeah.
What are you getting?
Oh, no, smell
Hints
test.
of-
Forgot
hints of-
that.
That's what the special
I
guest is
can
for.
smell the apple, but it is definitely overpowered by that like weird chemically like
Yeah, dude.
the inositol, I suppose. I don't know. Yeah.
It's,
I can
yeah.
smell the guarana. I can smell the guarana in it. I mean, I don't know. Well,
They do tend to like emphasize the guarana. They're like most energy drinks, I think do.
I really like this paragraph.
Monster packs a punch, but has a smooth flavor you can really pound down.
Oh,
I mean, I'll agree to disagree on that one.
Pound down. I just like pound down.
Pound down.
Pound down.
It's real SmackDown versus Raw.
Alright, well, interesting. I can definitely like from the aftertaste I get the green apple.
for sure.
I feel like initially it's almost like a lighter. I don't know. It's I don't know, pear almost like just from the
Kind of.
initial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good point, actually.
But definitely apple from the aftertaste, and that chemical, really, chemical 1, 2, 3 or whatever they put in
Yeah.
that shit is comes through. But yeah, no. All right, should we?
Yeah, I think it's Guinness time.
Gonster.
Yeah.
Oh wait, are we? Oh,
So we're Guinness. So we're going Monster, then Guinness, then Gonster.
and then-
Okay.
Because it's all about build up, you know.
For sure.
Yeah.
So I'll grab our frothy boy. So Guinness. I mean, I'm glad we got a fellow Irishman on the
absolutely.
review.
Don't know.
because
Do I love? I mean, I guess eligible for citizenship.
eligible for citizenship.
To speak
so
on behalf of.
This is the pre-screening process.
All right.
You know, the receptiveness to Guinness prior to being able to apply for citizenship. You know?
Yeah.
So with that in mind, I think you should probably take the first.
All
case.
right. Well,
So
don't mind if
we'll
I
do a little
do.
swap.
Yeah, do a little
So
switch.
actually,
Yeah.
We'll keep this
Sure.
boy in the back holder.
Smells like beer. I mean, I can't really. It definitely smells like Guinness, but it's not like heavily distinguishable from like.
I feel like there's a fine line between the canned Guinness and the Guinness that you get at the
It's
pub.
very
Guinness
different,
The
is very
distillation is
different.
very.
Yeah, I mean they have that like.
Oh, I think even Molly wants to taste.
Even Molly wants a monster.
Yeah, even-
Molly monster.
because they have that like carbonated ball in it that like
Oh.
is supposed to replicate.
They
Oh,
do, because when I was buying it at the
I can
supermarket,
hear it.
I could hear it as I was
Ah,
moving it.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's supposed to replicate the
Monster.
creaminess of
Yeah.
like a because obviously with the what's it called? Well, like the taps and like the pressure behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what they say. Like the closer you are to Ireland, the better. Like Guinness.
100%.
I don't know if that's to do necessarily with the manufacturing or Anyway, fun fact. Sorry.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool.
I gotta drink some Guinness as close to like the west coast as possible, so I can get closer to Ireland, and I can get that nice Ireland taste from the Guinness.
Definitely not as good as normal Guinness, like one you get from a pub.
Because I have
It's just a little bit more carbonated.
I mean, I guess
But it
that
definitely.
that. Oh, sorry, you continue.
Well, I was just gonna say it has that Guinness taste to it for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
I mean, I guess it does. It would like hypothetically taste different because it's like. It's like a different material, you know, aluminium compared to glass. It's a different vibe.
Yeah, different. Yeah,
It's just a poorer, method of receiving it, unfortunately. But in terms of notes, Guinness always reminds me of Marmite.
Oh, true.
That little aftertaste. I think. Yeah, I don't know quite what it is, but I know there actually is a very similar product to Marmite, manufactured by Guinness, as like an after I don't know, like a byproduct of the manufacturing.
yeah.
But I'll pass it on to you, and
Yeah, well, I have much less Irish blood within me in terms of my
also I think I
kind
spilled
of
it on me. Sorry. Yeah.
geo bloodline. I don't think I have much. I'm very much on the kind of English Chinese
Pipeline.
variety. So, as soon as it meets my lips, I don't quite get the entire ancestry kind of flashing within my bloodstream. But
Your whakapapa is
my whakapapa is just, I don't get the Irish there. I don't get it. But I digress, because you can still enjoy an elixir regardless of your
absolutely
cultural
For sure.
standing.
United by Guinness.
Exactly. So yeah, we'll go for a little sippy. Yeah, it doesn't feel as gracious drinking
It's
from
not
a
smooth.
can.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean about like carbonation? It's
Yeah.
like
Because when you drink it from a pub and you request it and you receive it, that's a transaction that is timeless.
It's also
Absolutely,
like
yeah.
ritualistic about like having to wait a little bit and then
Exactly.
like, top it up.
For sure.
Exactly.
It's the
And they
experience.
do the little pour thing as well. You can't do this because it's already within it.
Well, actually, I think with the cans you are supposed to pour it.
Oh, true.
So I don't know if we're gonna try and replicate that with. What are we gonna? Well, we'll get to that when we come to it.
Yeah.
Of course.
Please give.
Because we still got to do our can ratings, but I think we'll do them like after we have one of each.
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't feel as real as it is compared to when you're in a pub. You're kind of your own bartender when you're drinking from the can.
Yeah.
So like it's alright. It's okay. It's just
It's okay. It's another beer, really.
It's just another beer.
Yeah. pretty
Loses
much.
the magic. I
Another
think.
day, another beer.
Alright.
Yeah, I think the responsible thing to do is, do a smell test,
Yeah, man.
really understand what you're getting yourself into. So,
Absolutely.
oh yeah, smells alright. Wait, hold on, let me smell that again. It's got an interesting smell to it. I don't know if I'm like tweaking by saying this, but like I feel like it low-key has like a golden syrup sort of tinge to it, It's like a sort of like slightly rustic smell, but like a good
Distilled.
sort of rustic.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the vibes I'm getting on smell alone, but the taste, that's a whole other like different benefactor. So let's get like straight into it. Yep, it's just another beer, really.
Kind of is.
Just another beer.
There's nothing too outstanding about it, really. It's just like I could go to like a bottle store, get some other like brand, and it tastes exactly like it. Yeah, nothing. It's just okay, And I don't really have any strong
No.
opinions about it. No,
I agree.
not at all.
Alright, so I guess we should do some can ratings.
Okay.
So I'll just kick it off with the both. I feel like Guinness on its own, the can version, immeasurably inferior to getting a Guinness at a pub.
Absolutely.
Therefore, I will give it probably 3 cans out of 5. But just because it doesn't feel like you're truly in the pub with your mates.
Yeah.
Maybe if you're at a party with your mates, it just doesn't feel right.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
Being at the pub and indulging in pub culture, it feels distinct.
There's
Yeah.
a magic to
Oh,
it.
but
There's a magic.
And it's not
Um,
replicated.
And it's not
in fact.
replicated in the can.
It's a pale imitation.
best enjoyed poured into a glass. I realised we're drinking straight out of the can. Maybe we would have felt more pleasure if we poured it into a glass.
Definitely,
But you'd pre-bartend by pouring it into the glass. Maybe there is a big distinction between the two, but in terms of the pure can experience, that's a 3. Very average score for a very average can experience.
Yeah.
Monster, on the other hand, I'm going to bump it up to a 3.5.
Fair enough. Understandable.
Because, I've had some monsters in my time, and this feels like the strong basis of what was to come.
Yeah, I mean, it's the original.
It was the A New Hope of its breed.
Yeah.
For sure.
It was a classic, but it was yet to be improved. So that's a strong 3.5 for me.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, sure. So you gave that a 3 out of 5. Personally, I think I'm gonna have to go a little bit lower. I'm gonna have to go with 2.5 out of 5. Because it's just like, if we're comparatively speaking, that's like, well, in terms of numbers and stuff, that's like 5 out of 10, which is the most like average rating you can give anything. And like, the reason why I think that is it's just like, wait, oh my god, I just noticed that. It says, best enjoyed poured into a glass. And I wholeheartedly agree.
It has to be.
And a can, it just feels way too artificial, It's not the real experience.
Definitely.
But on the other hand, however, I reckon I'd give the same rating as Adam, 3.5. I mean, it's an absolute, like, staple, like, an absolute pinnacle landmark in the history of Monster Energy drinks.
Where would Western civilization be without Monster?
We wouldn't have such legendary flavors, such as, like, the fucking
cotton candy.
The cotton candy. We wouldn't have.
I really like the tropical punch one.
Yeah,
pipeline punch.
Pipeline punch.
Yeah, pipeline punch. All those good stuff. We wouldn't have that without this whole little gamma male thing right here.
This is the guy.
This is the dude that started it all. But like, unfortunately, it's like the generations that came afterward way just like blow it out of the water by comparison. So yeah, I'm gonna have to give this bad boy 3.5 out of 5 cans.
So true.
Well, I have pretty much the same ranking as Simon, actually. I agree. I think it is a 2.5 cans out of 5 for the Guinness. Very mediocre, very, obviously, as has been said, we are having a subpar drinking method, but I think the way we're drinking it, we're mixing it. We're not.
This is the calm before the storm.
Absolutely.
Yeah. This is the calm before the storm.
And I think like the show really is based off drinking out of a can.
Truly. I think I've only drunk out of cans. I don't think I've drunk outside of a can.
Yeah. So we have to carry on that tradition.
Absolutely.
I hate that we did.
I would agree with probably 3. I would definitely agree with 3.5 because. It's like, it gives it a little bit of credit, it did set the trend, it did. A base to be built upon, and definitely there are many better flavours. I personally have never gone for the basic Monster.
As they say, you can't watch the anime without reading the manga.
Absolutely, no doubt.
There you go. I mean, yeah, so 100% agree with Simon, and I think you both raised very good points. Yeah, no, that's my rating anyway.
There we go. Is that a 3 and a 3.3 for the Guinness, 3.5 for the
so 2.5 and 3.5. 2.5 for Guinness, 3.5 for...
And I guess, from that point, maybe we're about to have our expectations subverted.
This maybe be...
This could be the one. So, if I could request somebody to hold the mug up while I do a little pouring.
Is it in frame? Yeah, it's in frame.
Okay.
Oh, this is exciting, dude. Can't wait.
Okay, that's my ball. I'm just gonna put these in the kitchen.
Yeah, fair enough.
Put them on the counter. Give a smell analysis.
Sure, I'll give a smell analysis in the meantime. Whoa, that's wait, let me smell that again. That's kind of interesting. Wait. It's like, Whoa. Okay, if I were to describe the smell of this, it's like the Monster and the Guinness are like fighting a war for like which smell comes out on top. Like, first impressions, the Monster is definitely at the top, but then you smell the Guinness undertones and it's like, oh wait, I can smell more of the Guinness actually, and then it reverts back around to the Monster. Really interesting stuff.
I know about you, but I can smell it from here.
I can
Wait,
smell
hold
it from here.
It's potent.
There's a strong scent.
It's
It is pretty
potent,
poignant.
yeah.
I think it's like as far my first impression so far. This is the chemical reaction that most people were waiting for.
This
Like Mentos and
this
Coke.
is the
This is Mentos and Coke.
This is the splitting of the atom right here.
This is.
Yeah.
I might just see if I can get,
Yeah, get
just
a-
a little
get
bit
a
of a
strong-
coloration as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Within just
It kind of like neutralizes like
I think
that's
you'll be able
just
to
the
see
Guinness
that.
overpowering the Monster in terms
It's,
of like.
I'm gonna have to pour it, and that's probably not gonna be good. But we'll have to describe it.
Yeah.
So it looks like Coke. No, you know what it looks like? It looks like those those coffee sachets. We kind of just like pour it in.
It just looks like a black coffee to me. Like,
It looks like a black coffee.
Yeah.
100% with a little bit of froth on top.
Yeah, that's like low key hints of the Guinness, and then like Monster, given how strong
It's like
it is.
floral.
Like, it is. Yeah, it's like one of those like diffusers.
Yeah, it is like a diffuser.
Is it like a
you're right.
diffuser?
Yeah. It's like a citrus
The
diffuser.
Gonster diffuser.
Gonster diffuser. I'd put that in my car, bro. 100% as a-
Considering I gave that to you, do you want to try that
Oh,
first?
why not? Okay.
I think yes.
Lucky man.
Oh yeah.
You're very lucky.
Oh my gosh, yeah, this is history. I'm sorry to say this, boys. But
the smell is better than the taste.
yeah, the smell is way better than the taste. I don't. Hold on. Is it all good if I take another sip?
Yeah, go. Like freshen your palate.
It's just. It's not doing it for me. Like. You know how I say like the Monster and the Guinness are fighting a war for which smell comes out on top? The same thing's happening with the taste, but the Guinness is just winning,
The
bro.
Guinness wins.
Yeah, and that's like kind of like it's like there's two countries fighting a war, and the country that just you absolutely fucking hate, they're winning the
It's a
war.
real east and west scenario.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
So
what's
this is
happening
like
with this
what you're
fucking thing.
saying is this is like Nazi Germany's winning.
Pretty
Yeah.
much,
Like,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like
This is,
alternate history.
yeah,
This is
exactly.
the
This
alternate
alternate
history.
history type shit. I don't fuck with this, dude. I don't like this.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I like it at first, but then I don't like it.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I have to- I'm
you
sorry. I have
find
to
out
try
for
this
yourself.
now. So smell it, and
It
it's
smells
it's
lovely.
very. You get some nice clarity. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
Like who needs Molly when you've Gonster? I mean, I love Molly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But who needs MDMA
That's
when
the
you
one.
have
That's the
Gonster?
real one. Yeah.
So I'm gonna it's just
Yeah. Right.
it tastes. Oh.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh. Oh, that's foul.
It's horrid, dude.
Oh my
I
God.
can't believe it.
It tastes like instant coffee that's been like left out for several weeks.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
fermenters.
Yeah, exactly. It
exactly.
tastes like fermented fucking instant coffee. Oh, okay. I just need to give it another little sip just so I know that I don't like it. Oh, what the fuck? That's gross. Oh man, no, that's not good. That's not good at all.
Oh, high expectations.
Yeah, don't let our judgment
Yeah. You make
detract
your
you
own
away
calls
from
for
your
yourself.
possible enjoyment.
Second smell, the Guinness is coming through a little bit more than initially. So I don't know if that's because of some of the froth has kind of died off.
And
a
it's
little bit.
fucking frothed up, that's for sure.
There's a weird bitterness to it.
Yeah, no, that's the Guinness, dude.
It's
But it somehow does mix in well. Like, I would kind of disagree with you. Like, I think you're right. Like, this is Ragnarok, but like, no, the Guinness is winning the war, but it does like mix in. It does mix really well, but it's just in a weird way. Like,
it's not terrible, but it's just
Well,
it
no.
doesn't.
I don't think it mixes well, but it does like mix. It mixes well, but I don't think it mixes in a good way. You know what I mean?
As I've let it permeate within my taste buds. It has a weird cotton candy aftertaste.
It's just that bitterness is like.
Yeah.
It's just too strong, the bitterness.
It's visceral.
It's like that bitter taste on it is like potent. Like it just.
Yeah.
I think it's because the sweetness kind of like. Because it's somehow still very sweet, but then that dies off and the bitterness of the Guinness just hits you, but you still have the flavors of like the Monster.
That's very true.
It just, it's not good. Not good. Would not rate. So who recommended this to you, sorry?
So there's an infamous image, insert image here, of a individual. It might have been a tweet or some post or something of the Gonster, and it was like it used Monster Nitro, which I guess has more of a distinct green.
Yeah.
And there's because they have different viscosities. The Guinness was on top, and then the Monster is at the bottom.
Gotcha. So perfectly. It's like
and they kind of blend into each other. So there's no like there's one layer that's Guinness, and then there's the other layer that's Monster.
Yeah. I see.
And I guess maybe because I got the wrong one, I was initially under the impression that there'd be. I mean, we poured it into a mug, but I think even if we poured it into a glass, the Guinness,
it looks pretty well.
The Guinness like color would probably like take over the green or the green of it. So, so that's the Gonster concept. But I think can wise. Oh god, like it's not as bad as the dog one.
Oh god, I remember the dog.
When I went to the Fresh Choice earlier today, I did see the full breadth that they have, and I knew to stay away from it.
Do they have the dog flavors?
They have the dog at the Fresh Choice. Yeah.
No, dude.
But I would probably give this a 1.5. I really don't like it. It's punishing to drink it.
Yeah.
But I'll give it the extra 0.5 from the 1 because it tastes a little bit like cotton candy after you've drunk it. So that's mine. I feel kind of it's taste bud assaulted, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, well, maybe I shouldn't say what I was gonna say.
I thought the same thing.
But yeah. I mean, I guess I'll give mine next then. I would go for a 1 because I feel like the after effects of it in my stomach, and something's not right. It's like almost when you have like the prelude to food poisoning.
Yeah.
Oh god,
and you feel something.
You feel the
slightly
tingling
off.
sensation.
Right, yeah.
Pretty
All
much.
body, the entire body quivers.
My body knows
Get
this
cold
is
sweats
wrong.
and shit. Yeah.
Like this is like human evolution has over time, like untold generations, tens of thousands of years from Homo erectus to Homo sapiens sapiens. My body is telling me this. It ain't it, Chief.
It feels like
It's not right.
active de-evolution.
I think this would evolve humanity into like lobotomites.
Yes.
If this was like
exactly.
if this was replacement of water, we'd be cave dwelling mouth breathers.
Our brains would be controlled by like fucking like plankton parasites from the ocean or something.
Our frontal lobe would have shrunk to like peanut levels.
Yeah,
like
fucking that big. Yeah.
Yeah. This is what like like JFK's sister. I mean, if you know a little bit of the Kennedy family, she was lobotomized.
Oh, I have heard about that. Yeah.
This has the same. I mean, this might be. Maybe
It's it's drinking drinking a lobotomy.
I think this is like some kind of isotope. It does almost remind me of like a radioactive isotope.
Yeah.
I mean, the pure taste of Monster alone is
Not bad.
tasting like
Not bad.
it has.
But as a
With
kid,
its strong flavour, it tastes like you're sipping something from
a lab.
a lab, which is insane.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd ever drunk a substance which tastes like scientific engineering.
It's like a serene chemical weapon. for
Exactly.
sure. It's
Like you taste
nerve
Coca-Cola
gas,
and you're like, oh, this tastes like it was, like some food lab. But then you taste Monster and it straight up tastes like it was like
It's an experiment.
it is
Yeah,
concocted
Yeah.
with some alchemic process.
Yeah.
Got a wizard money gang. We love casting spells.
Oh yeah. I Ooh, see, I'm torn between 1 out of 5 and 1.5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Did I give the score?
You
You gave it
gave
1.5?
No, you give it
That was a 1.
for
It was a
sure.
strong one.
Yeah.
Geez, this is hard. Actually, yeah, I'll go for 1.5 because while it is absolutely foul, like I feel like I'm genuinely living in a dystopia upon like taking one sip of that damned concoction.
Foul brew.
I rue the day that I've drunk
Bro,
the Gonster.
they should write like a dystopic novel about like some weird like sludge drink, like that.
It sounds like the premise to like a Goosebumps book.
Yeah, absolutely, and it just causes
Like
the downfall of
13-year-old
society.
Jimmy loved going to the local dairy to buy his Monster.
And it turns into like a werewolf or something.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's like a cross between like Goosebumps and Animorphs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although it makes me wonder like what insect, like what you'd metamorphosize into.
I think it'd be like a weirboar or something. I think
Yeah.
you'd turn into like some porcine.
Because like I'm
creature.
just trying to think of, like synonymous animals from monsters. I guess you'd be just some kind of.
I mean, I feel like if I drank a lot of that, it would actually like weaken my immune system. So
Yeah.
it's like I would think of like David Cronenberg's The
Yeah,
Fly.
yeah, exactly.
I just
yeah.
sorry. I just want
No.
to say something. Something about it reminds me of formic acid.
Yeah.
Formic acid.
Which like ants.
Oh,
like,
yeah, yeah.
have a lot. So
Yeah,
it
totally.
it reminds me of ants.
Ants.
So I feel like you would turn into an ant or something.
You probably turn into an ant.
This is like what ants would like use. I don't know. This is like their nectar.
Yeah.
100%.
I mean,
I feel like ants would fuck with this heavy.
Yeah. Dude, we're giving it 1.5. You know, they would give it like a 6 out of
Yeah,
5.
they give it
Yeah.
6 out of 5 cats.
this shit
They'll
hits,
fuck with
man.
this shit.
So I guess I'll give.
Bring the shit
I'll
to the
I'll
queen
I'll
all the time.
retroactively change my rating and change it from a 1.5 with an ant on the side.
Oh,
If this wasn't an ant bully, yes.
Oh, bro, that's so niche. That's so
That's such an
niche.
obscure
Oh my
reference.
God.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ant bully would be like pouring the elixir all over the high,
They'd be bathing
all
in
over
that shit,
over the
dog.
hill.
Also, like ant bully PS2 game, not bad.
It's also I think it's on
Not
Xbox
bad.
360.
Not
Oh
bad.
my
Really?
god, no way.
It's truly a timeless classic.
You get to walk around the colony and shit. I just honestly,
That's
I didn't even
fucking
play the
innovative.
game. I just role played as.
Laughing as the ant bully.
I used to walk around the colony and like hang out with ants. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Thank you for experiencing the suffering. Take care.
And
Don't drink Gonster.
as the final send off, I'm gonna finish it.
Yeah.
Are you?
Do you want to chug that bad boy?
And I want this to be on camera. What happens to this is like a science. This is
This is an actual experiment, right?
Yeah.